We're going to talk about a new type of graph or plot for data today. It is called a box and whisker plot, and it is called that because it has exactly that. It has a box and it has whiskers. So I'm going to walk you through the steps and how to do this today. They're very simple. As long as you follow them, you should be good to go. As always, we're going to first put our data in order from least to greatest. So I'm looking through here. I have no single numbers. I have no teens. So I do have a 21. I have a 20. Oh, I have another 21. Make sure we write each one. I have a 22. I have a 28. And remember, we always go back and count. I have a 20. As far as my 30s go, I have a 33 and I have a 35. I have 2 40s. And I have a 49. 54 seems to be my only 50. I have 2 61s and a 62. And then lastly, I have a 72 and a 75. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I got all of my pieces of data. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do something called a 5-number summary. So let's talk about these before we actually do this. Your minimum value is exactly what it is. It's the smallest number in the set. This is also called your lower extreme. Your maximum value is your largest number in your set or your higher extreme. These would be the numbers that we would use to find the range, okay, because you can find a range with a box and whisker plot. Median, we've done that before, right? This is our middle number. Our lower quartile, also known as our first quartile, and our upper quartile, also known as our third quartile. We've done those before. These are the ones that we use for our IQR. You will not be able to find on a box and whisker plot, you are not going to be able to find the mode or the mean from the actual picture. Because once we draw the picture, we're not going to have these individual pieces of data. Okay? So let's look at our numbers and find these. So if I come up here, my minimum value, here's my minimum, is 21. My maximum is 75. So I'm going to go ahead and write those in here, 21 and 75. My median, I need to cut it in half, and I had 16 pieces of data, so that's going to be 8. When I cut it in half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are my 2 median numbers. So I'm going to draw a line, and I know in between 40 and 40 is just 40. Now, from here, we're going to find our lower quartile and our upper quartile. So I have 8 numbers here. So for my lower quartile, 1, 2, 3, 4. Between 28 and 29 is 28.9. This is my lower quartile. And then I can say 1, 2, 3, 4. Between 61 and 61 is 61. So these were actually some pretty easy numbers. So 28, 9, 40, and 61. 28, 9, 40, and 61. And these 5 numbers are the numbers that make up our box and whisker plot. We're going to have to draw a number line, and we're going to put these numbers on there. Now, this is actually on the second page of the PDF I posted for you. But I'm going to, because I have lots of space up here, I'm actually going to do it here. So here's my number line. I need it to end at 75. I need it to start at 21. We can just count by tens. So, you know, we can say here is 70, here is 60, 50, 40, 30. They're about the same size. So where our minimum value is, our 21, we're going to put a dot. And our maximum value, 75, we're going to put a dot. We always put a dot on high and low. And then we're going to draw a line. So we're going to draw a line at 40. I'm going to draw a line at 28.5. And I'm going to draw a line at 61. And then I'm going to connect them. Here's my box. Move my dot down just a tad. It's a little high. And I'm going to draw my whisker. And this is my box and whisker plot. So from this, I can see a lot of different things. I can see my low, and I can see my high. So if I wanted to find my range, I would say 75 minus 21 is 54. I can find my median, which is 40. I can find my IQR, which would be 61 minus 28.5. I'm gonna have to do a little borrowing, which is 32.5. Now, the thing you need to remember is that each of these pieces of data, here, 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 and here, even though they look like they're different sizes, they really hold the same amount of information. Remember, these are quartiles. This is our lower 25%. We have our middle 25%. So our IQR, this is equal to 50% of our data. And we have our upper 25%. And if we go back to our data, which is why I like to do my number line right here, I can see that there are 3 pieces of data in this first 25%. I have, I'm sorry, 4 pieces because it's including that 21. I have 4 pieces of data here. I have 4 pieces of data here. And I have 4 pieces of data here. So even though they all look like they're different sizes, they still hold the same amount of information, the same amount of data. Now they're different sizes because the spacing between maybe the 40 and the 61, well, that's 21 versus from 28 to 21 is only 7, which is why it looks shorter, but it still has the same amount of data. And each piece holds 25%. So this is going to have on the second page all of the things that we just did, your steps. And I have for you a practice to practice drawing these and reading them. So, and there is an answer key for you to check yourself. So if you have any questions, please let me know.